Grace and peace be unto you from God our Father. Breaking against the rocks. Let us break their bonds asunder, and cast away their yokes from us. He that dwelleth in heaven shall laugh them to scorn. The Lord shall have them in derision. These words come to us from Psalm 2, verses 3 and 4. When it comes to bonds and yokes, the important question is, who placed them on us and why? It might be better to be the subject of a good king than to be a free man under a bad one. One of the first rules in interpreting passages of scriptures is to ask, who said it? In this case, the answer is absolutely critical. It was the heathen and the kings of the earth and the rulers who had been plotting against the Lord and his anointed one, who now called around their realms others to join in one last effort to overthrow his rule. That is, to overthrow God's rule. The bonds and the yokes are the means by which the Lord had restrained their evil intentions and brought them under his control. The call here, in other words, is to a rebellion against God. The psalmist regards the very idea of this as being completely ridiculous. The one who sitteth in the heavens simply laughs at their threats and their plots, like Gulliver laughing at the tiny Lilliputians who tried to tie him down. These petty tyrants may have their day, strutting around their castle walls and reviewing their troops. But the throne of the universe is not up for grabs. If they set themselves against God, there can be only one end. This is not, of course, the kind of language which present-day Christians are comfortable. To us, it almost sounds, dangerously triumphalistic. We live in a world that has, to a considerable extent, ceased to believe that anybody, quote-unquote, rules the universe, and would regard our claim that God is in charge as little more than whistling in the dark. For most people, it doesn't look as though anyone is in control of things, least of all a good and loving God. But there is considerable apprehension about various powerful forces in the wings through science and technology. For instance, and through huge commercial efforts. These are great forces. But for us, these are the powers, the rulers, and the kings of the earth. It is their hands that real power lies, not in some invisible, unknown, and unrecognizable God. But these are the hands that try to control, try to manipulate, try to maintain power. Like the people of Israel, we may well fear about what they are doing, or what they might do. The Frankenstein's monster created in sacred laboratories, the schemes to exploit the world's riches for advantage of the few, and the impoverishment of many. The insidious elimination of personal responsibility and individual values, destroyed, thrown by the wayside. Faced with these real and tangible fears, perhaps we ought to listen to the psalmist. Though people seem to break the bonds of natural and moral law which God has built into our society, the consequences for those who do it are too awful to contemplate. Though the world in its cleverness sees no need of God in many places and in many ways, that doesn't mean that he has suddenly ceased to exist. The world has a maker, and there are maker's instruction to go with it. Like anyone with a new piece of apparatus on their hands, we can, if we wish to ignore the maker's instructions, we can. And we can behave as if they truly don't exist. But many of us have found out to our own cost that if we do, the results can be and are disastrous. If you own a dishwasher, there's no stopping you from putting WD-40 into the rinse aid. After all, it's yours, you paid for it. But if you do, and the thing simply won't operate properly, you can't blame the maker for that. God, who made the world, has also given us our instructions, his natural and moral laws, and the voice of conscience. If we ignore them, then the consequences are, well, what are we seeing so widely today? It is no use blaming God for what is the matter with and happening because of human responsibility and human actions. The psalmist's language may indeed be triumphalistic, but there's no harm in reminding ourselves that there still is the one in the heavens, and all these human pretensions that are out there are simply empty posturing to our Maker. To break his bonds and to cast away his yoke may seem like freedom, but in fact, it's the beginning of the road to disaster. In Messiah, it's made clear by simply placing them at this point in the story. The resurrection and the ascension of Jesus have been given new weight to these words. What the people of Israel believed by faith or on the evidence of past blessings and past riches given to them, the people, they turn and they believe. They are a people of the new covenant, and they now believe because of the uniquely appointed one, Jesus. He has suffered. He has defeated our greatest enemies. He has conquered death and sin and been placed on the glorified right hand of his Father. As the psalmist puts it, I have set my king on Zion, my holy hill. Psalm 2:6. It is a song of coronation. Individual freedom is a precious thing, but like all valuable things, it can be misused. As the old prayer says, his service is perfect freedom. There is a surrender of sovereignty which does not involve the loss of freedom, and that is surrender to God. After all, as we have seen, his yoke is easy.